even have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones, and this is the Talk Beat Jones. This is the Talk Beat Jones. We're hot. You're hot. We all gonna get hot. Because you're living in Michigan, Detroit, and other areas. This is the Talk Beat Jones, and it's produced, directed by the Executive Vice President, General Manager, Mr. Henry Tyler. Thank you, Mr. Tyler. Appreciate all that you do, and what you're doing is making me look good. I can't hear me, but we good now. Yeah, that's the way. All I ask is that I do it right, and Mr. Tyler feels that I'm doing a good job, because if Mr. Tyler feels I'm doing a good job, then I know. I mean, what? He said, huh? Well, I'm still striving to do a good job and get that my A plus grade for Mr. Tyler. You know, I mean, it's love here. There's love here. This is a great team, great operation here, and I'm glad. And you know, we had Mr. Sean Watkins for quite a period of time stepping in for Mr. Tyler, taking care of, doing a wonderful, beautiful job with the Talk Beat Jones. And again, if you didn't know, I am Billy E. Jones, and I love this city. I do. I really love the city. And as I listen to callers call in to the various different shows, some are frequent callers, sometimes they are my first time or two. But you all have an opinion. You all have an opinion. And we go around the world on the Roku box, the Amazon, the Apple, and other modalities, including you can go through the internet at TV33, WHPR, WHPR.com. And of course, over your telephone, you can call that, pick up that TV33 WHPR on your telephone from anywhere around the world. So those are the things that we can do. And if folks tell me they love to hear me talk, and that's why we are, you know, this is Dr. Talk, Billy Jones, Billy E. Jones. And so let's get started. You can call me if you choose at 313-868-0342, 868. Well, you see the numbers on the screen. Let's put it that way. If you're watching, you can see the numbers on the screen. But if you have a problem viewing, anyone can call 868-0342, and you can get in. We got 3 telephone lines, and the lines will roll over. So you can call, you can join, or you can just listen, because this is a process that here we like to talk. We like to find things that will be interesting, and for those persons who just like to listen, I want to give you a few things that's going to be interesting to you. And today, whatever day that you have an opportunity to view our program, we're going to hit off first about with your health. Let's talk a little something about your health. And let me ask you the question. Since we've had the election, there are results of the elections in different formats that we voted on that I still don't know who the winners are. I still don't. Because if they tell you that you should vote in each category, but, you know, in the old school days, the newspapers used to put out every election to show you the winner. Did you see that? Or is it that they're dependent upon you now to go to social media, and that only the major races count for them to put and talk about? And if you notice, if you notice, even the major races, to give you greater understanding how to prepare yourself for November, they did not even explain to you in some circumstances about the August elections. So how are you supposed to get excited about November when you don't even know how this particular situation with Brenda Jones is really going to play out when it comes to November? And so we're just asking, how are you being educated in terms of how to vote? Now, let me just take this real quickly and say to you, for those folks who call and will tell you that your vote didn't count, your vote don't count, when you think about voting, it won't count. When we have these naysayers who are basically on Social Security, they've gone through their run, they've gone through their influence type of peddling their thoughts. But let's get correct. Let's get an understanding. Millennials, if you're listening, this is important for you. Baby boomers, you've got to bring yourself back into the game, because when the elections come up, and if you listen to folks give you their monarchy, yeah, I'm going to tell you, it's monarchy when they tell you that you don't need to vote. It's called making a decision. It's called making a decision. I know they say it's a straight ticket ballot, but you still have folks on that ballot and situations that you need to voice or print your thought by voting. And then you can have all of these conversations, because I listen, and year after year after year after year, I hear basically the folk who have their thoughts, who have their opinions, who have their feelings, will be the ones calling in, and others will listen. Well, I'm saying for my family members who like to listen, don't be swayed behind other folks in their ivory tower in which they can see for one block and tell you what's going on all around the city. Stand up, be your own person, investigate, and then get out and vote. Otherwise, we talk about the gentrifications, we talk about what other folks is doing to us at the end of the conversation because we didn't get involved in the conversation. And in speaking of getting involved in the conversation, I want to address my black folk, black quote leaders. When President Obama was the president, we had all of these black folks, leaders, that had all of the conversations about what President Obama was not doing. And did he have a black agenda? Did you give him the black agenda? And just because, I want to say this straight up, just because you speak about a black agenda because you've got a black president, did you expect that he would be able to do whatever you wanted him to do? Did you look at the other folks that you voted into office that did not look like you? Did you realize every time the man came to a table that had 25, 30 people plus at the table that he had to pitch his ideas to? They didn't look like him. And let's peel back this onion and talk about you folk out here, us, that go to work, who work primarily in a white influenced society, and ask yourself, how much power do you have there, even though you may be a supervisor or a manager? You have to do things as palatable for the white folks. President Obama was being the president with his hands tied behind his back. And for you folks, and all we have to do is go back and recall some of our black leaders and how they critiqued and criticized President Obama, would not give you the perspective in which President Obama was working from. Yeah, he was the black man that was the president of the United States, but did he have the power? Did he have the support? If he's dealing with all of the and the white folks has told him that they was going to make it rough on him when he was first elected. So he didn't have the ability to come down strong on issues that you wanted him to come down on, because you did not give him the support. You felt because, oh, well, here's another black man, and I have the ability to critique and criticize him. How many of you now are critiquing and criticizing number 45? With all of the things that he is doing, ask yourself, how many other folks who sit behind the microphone is willing to challenge and say what they could do to make a change with number 45, or what he is not doing? I don't hear them asking about President Trump having a black agenda. Now that's fake news. That's fake news. And Dr. Talk, I'm going to tell you exactly how it operates, what is going on. I'm stepping out on faith and truth and the ability to look at businessmen, people who head up other 4 or 5 different activist organizations here, and ask them straight up, were you the ones that was criticizing Obama? I have someone that's ready to talk. You're live on the Talk Beat Jones show. I am Billy E. Jones. You're live. Talk to me, please.
Good morning, fellow patriots.
Hey, Big Les, I know that's you.
Now I want to get on Mr. Obama. I hear what you're saying.
Yes, sir.
And I understand, and you're hitting the hammer on the nail, Billy Jones.
Okay.
We got a lot of critics out here, and people criticize.
Yes.
Stop criticizing. Do the work.
Yes.
What have you done to change the issues in our community?
Yes.
Step up.
That's right.
Stop playing around. Stop talking about it.
Yes.
Just do the work.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't about talking about it. I'm about doing it.
About doing it. And that's what
we have too many meetings and we talk about it, and then we want to criticize people that, because your agenda is not taking your agenda is your agenda. He
That's
can't
right.
get to everything.
Mm-hmm.
You make your agenda number one.
That's right.
Everybody want to talk about the gay and lesbians, but they had an agenda. This
That's right.
agenda I was reading about in the 70s. They knew that they had to get political power. That's the only thing that changed things. You want to turn yourself away from the vote. The vote is our voice.
That's right.
We don't use it strong enough.
That's right. That's right. And that's why I'm saying, Les, is that, like you, I'm doing the house cleaning because, like I said, I am my own man. My allegiance is with Billy. So I want everyone to understand that I'm straight up looking in the camera, and I'm letting you understand that I speak for myself. So when I speak, I'm not speaking for anyone else. I'm not defending anyone else. Everyone can be, put on the big girl dress, or big boy pants, and deal. I'm speaking to the family that I love and saying, I'm pulling back those onions like you, and letting you understand. We have to not beat us down about. Go ahead.
Got to stand for themselves.
Yes.
Because when you meet your maker, you standing there alone.
That's right. That's
so,
right.
Your work stands for yourself.
Mm-hmm. And and that's why I was speaking less about. We've had people sitting at this table. We've had folks listening and talking on the radio, and everyone had something. There is just something, and I'm going to say this, and maybe you can, because I know that you've listened to this station and you've listened to other stations. You know, has anyone asked on this election process the person that you were calling the queen of the radio? I didn't hear a whole lot of stuff out of Mildred Gaddis. At least they took away the power for her to have a.
Well, if you heard me, Billy Jones, I don't even speak her name. She is, to me, when you have a mic and you don't bring the truth to the people,
Mm-hmm.
that's a criminal act as far as I'm concerned, because it's the power in giving information to people. And if you're giving them the wrong information, or you're not, or you're silent, and silent is complicit,
Mm-hmm.
then you are a corporate, a culprit of this plan of what you call white people. But it's not about white people. It's about greed in America. It's about greedy and evil people. These are the only connections we should be talking about. Evil, greed. It just happens that they white and they want to exercise that superiority. But hey, they understand how superior we are.
Yes.
So they have to flex their muscles as much as they can. But look at the history of America. We didn't care how much they flexed their muscles. When we really want to change, we got it.
Well, you know, the process there is when we talk about the words that constantly was getting in my craw, when we come together. This is 2018. That has been a catchphrase for I could not tell you how many years. When we come together, that's the cop-out for people calling saying, here's what we should do, here's what we can do. Well, why has it not been implemented, and why is it, besides you're saying when we come together, what is the platform to bring us together? I'm tired of all of the charisma that some of the speakers have, and all they're doing is regurgitating bull. I'm not with that, and I'm asking, we need to make a change before November to have these folks who call themselves leaders come off the bull and give us some input that can help folks understand what is going on. Because remember, we have a lot of folks that went to school, graduated from school, got good jobs in the factories, but they did not have a good reading and comprehensive understanding in school. And if you don't have a good reading and comprehensive, you may be able to have a good life, get the job, pay your payments, raise your family stuff. But if things are brought to you and you really don't have the understanding to what really is going on, then some charismatic person can lead you down the path of hell. And that's what's been going on in Detroit.
You know, I had a conversation with a friend of mine yesterday. I went and checked on him. He lives in Hawaii. And we high school buddies. And I asked him a question about, I say, are we the problem? Because when I went to these games, I used to sit down when the national anthem was playing, just
Yes.
like just protesting, like Colin Kaepernick,
I did too.
about the country and how it's treating the black Americans.
Yes.
So I asked him, well, are we carrying it too far? Because you heard me say in 2015, I was the only black man carrying the American flag, and people were looking at me like I killed their mama. So to me, we don't get it. We don't understand what we get and the history that we made under the flag. It ain't about them.
Mm-hmm.
It's about us.
Yes.
And it's always been about us. Because when it's about us, they'll follow. Because we are the leaders of this country and this world. The African American person is the leader of this world because we the guys. Everybody emulates us around the world. Everybody admires us around the world.
Yes.
Look at the Queen of Soul. She is recognized around the world. So to me, we dismiss the history that we have in America and turn our back on the flag because we think that Cousin Bubba and Cousin Leroy have ganged up on us and taken away our rights. No, you giving it to them because you ain't doing nothing to keep them, because rights are earned by you.
Can I get can I do a little sidebar to that scenario? The sidebar that I bring about that anthem, and I remember going to an Oakland A's baseball game with a guy, my friend, and we had a discussion about if we were going to stand or sit when the national anthem was played. And when it started, I sat down. He started sitting, but he stood up. And he had been a military person. But he was the one that talked to me about sitting down. And when it happened, I did, and he didn't. Everybody was turning looking at me. But here's the thing. We have to look at why that song is played before all of these games, etc. And what is it doing? Is it just for the military? Is it for us as all people? Because if you go through the second or third part of that national anthem, then you can see how racist that anthem truly is. So I can't not understand if that onion has been pulled back about the content of that national anthem, why society don't say, you know what, our forefathers, okay, they didn't go deep enough into this to understand that there could and would be a problem later on as life goes on. And we're at that point where there's a problem. Let us find another song that we can now replace that song and play it with pride. And know that everybody.
I got you. I agree with you on that one, Billy. I agree, 100%. And it should be "God Bless America," because if you listen to the lyrics of that, I guess shows you America.
That's right. That's
from
right.
From sea to shining sea, the mountains from to the prairies. You know, so that to me should be the song.
And it's still, and the whole thing is,
that sounds like, I think some people out there are championing that cause right now.
And that's the process, is that while folk here in America is so inclined to want to stay with what they think is the tradition, they're not looking at America as it is presented today. America has changed with the population of its folks, etc. Les, I'm going to ask you, would you please hold on? I got to do a couple things.
Sure.
And then I want to come back with you and discuss some things with you. And I'm happy that even if someone's called, I still want you to hold on because, like I say, I like to talk, but I like to hear other folks talk and their opinions. And you can, Garland Gilchrist, when I come back, I want to have, if we could, a conversation about Garland Gilchrist and what other black folks is saying about him being selected as being the lieutenant governor on the young lady's card. Okay? So hold on. Call, if you hold on, I'll get to you shortly. I got to do a few things, but please hold on. I'll bring you on. Glad you called. Talk B. Jones, Billy Jones. Okay, hold on, please. Thank you. You know, folks have been asking about the liquid biocell. You've seen the commercials that are played through the J.D. Hill organization, the Hair Doctor. It tells you all of the wonderful, great health benefits of this liquid biocell. It is the #1 product. With the ingredients that's in the liquid biocell, if you have health issues and you want to make a change in your style of living, you want to get liquid biocell, you can call me at 313-412-3111, and I'll be happy to talk with you. And with that, don't want you to go anywhere. You ready? All right, we're going to take it and show you something else that's good for you right about now.
Bon Appetit, Elegant Catering. We now deliver. Pre-order your dinners today. Most Wanted Platter. Visit our website, bonappetitelegantcatering.com. Barbecue rib dinners. We now deliver. Shrimp dinners. We now deliver. Fried chicken dinners. We now deliver. Lamb chop dinners. We now deliver. Fish dinners. We now deliver. Surf and turf dinners at Bon Appetit. We now deliver. Give us a call, 313-444-5048.
You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones, and this is the Talk Beat Jones. This is the Talk Beat Jones. All right, all right. I've got a little daily shot of news for you real quickly, because to my Sicilian and Italian and many of my black folks, got news for you. You have been told that some wine can help you have a better life, some alcohol can help you have a better life. Now they're saying, forget that daily glass of wine. Now alcohol is called a killer. Alcohol is killing more people globally than previously thought, according to a new study. The study published Thursday found that alcohol such as beer and wine, no, not the beer, is a leading risk factor for death and disease, associated with 2.8 million deaths each year, and the seventh leading risk factor for premature death and disability globally in 2016. Wow. Liquid BioCell can help you. It's going to help me, and it has helped me. 313-412-3111. Les, I'll be right back with you. Let's find out who this is. You're live on the Talk Beat Jones. I am Billy E. Jones. You're live.
How you doing today?
I'm good. Thanks for calling.
Well, first I got to shout out to WHTS, TV 33.
Oh, DJ 8 Mile. DJ 8 Mile.
We'll give a big thanks to R.J. Watson. Rest in peace, J.B. Hill. Great show, Billy.
Oh, well,
Great show.
Thank you, my brother.
You said there was a subject matter that you were about to speak up on. That tongue was on my brain when I called you. So I'm just going to put my own little spin on it, and then I want you to take it from there, okay?
Okay.
Now, on Illinois and Several Miles, there was a campaign office that was one for our gubernatorial candidate. When this gubernatorial candidate opened up this office, it's right in the middle of a black neighborhood, Illinois and Several Miles, Detroit, Michigan. Now, this office was open, say, June, right?
Okay.
So when this gubernatorial candidate actually won the Democratic vote, they said, and this came out of their mouth, that they was looking for a black person out of Detroit. Now, I'm just going to say this. If you've been working in Detroit for 3 months and you can't find nobody black to help you get your stuff done, right? That was never your intent in the first place. The fact that the gubernatorial candidate said that they was looking for somebody black, okay? Now, if the shoe was on the other foot, right, and we was to have a candidate that looked like us move out to suburban areas, right, and then say they are looking for a white candidate to help them in their area. A lot of people are doing that as being biased or racist. I'm just surprised nobody in this community, nobody part of the Democratic 60 and 60 church said anything about that. Because I just think that was wrong because I'm looking for a black person. Now Detroit resident, not somebody already active, but they said that they was looking for a black person. And then they got one.
And now let me be clear is that I'm trained by one of the godfathers in the political business back in the day, Mr. Tatum Eason. And Mr. Tatum Eason not only worked with me while he was on television and I was the producer director, which meant just get him on the air and have him do his thing and listen and watch all of the various people who would come to him for political advice and assistance. And every day, 5 days a week, he would take me to this place where we would eat. Folks would come in wanting to get his advice. And afterwards, he would come to my table and talk and teach me every day. So for my understanding, politics is a dirty, nasty, pigsty type of business. That we see on terms of a everyday basis is, and our thinking is not that is working for the political folk and the political game. The process there is, the code word was, of course, looking for I tell you what, hold on just a minute. Les,
Yes.
help me break this down. Let me stop doing my thing and let you speak on that subject, please.
Well, I had the pleasure of meeting Mr. Gilchrist, and I went to his activist community meeting the other day. And like I said, Billy, you know how I am.
Yes.
I call it like I see it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I let you know if he's good or bad or indifferent.
Yes.
I think he's a very talented young man. I like him. I feel he's a black man, and I know why they chose him. He's charismatic, and he knows the issues. We shouldn't be dismissive of this young man, because he is a formidable foe, and I understand why the ticket picked him, because he has the personality, and this is a personality game. Okay.
Yeah.
This is all about personality. So,
Les, not only is he a
young man, and I think he would make a good lieutenant governor, and he may even make a good governor.
Well,
all you need to do as the governor is make great decisions.
That's
for
right.
the best of the state.
That's right.
And that's not been really happening.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
With this administration and the slight administration.
And
and as far as the DJ now, I respect my brother. I really do.
Yes.
But
yes.
we need to start opening our eyes. And I had the privilege of being Tatum Eason's engineer at the station.
Yes.
He used to stay there.
Wait, hold on, Les. Hold on, Les. Les, hold on for just a moment. Les, hold on for just a minute.
Okay.
Take the moment for the family members who moved to Detroit, or family members that was too young to be following Tatum Eason, both when he was with the mayor, Coleman Young's administration, afterwards when he put other folks in offices that they came to have him run their campaigns, etc. Would you give folks a little overlay of who was Tatum Eason?
Well, I can't say I've known personally like you, Billy Joe, but like I said, we had our conversation before and after the show,
mm-hmm.
his shows, and he valued my opinion. And
yeah.
sometimes, I'm so honored that some of the guests that used to come in and I engineered their show, they let me come in on their show.
Yes.
And he did that periodically and let me come in and have a conversation with him. And I said I was honored because I knew, like I said, I know people. And this man was a person that I can respect.
Yes. Yes.
and his elegance of speaking. You know, to me, it's a dying art.
Yes, yes. And hold on, I'm going to go back to DJ 8 Mile. Front door, sir. So you have folks who were saying that they were just looking for a black person. Do you think that besides if we strip away this guy's skin complexion and look at his history of of the things that he has accomplished in his young life and the qualifications that he brings to the political field and to those potential communities, etc., there is no one that I've seen that brings his skill set. When we look at what he was able to accomplish in running for a city clerk out of nowhere, I'm talking about Gilchrist. Go right ahead.
But the point I want to say is this. Right now, this is 2018.
Yes, sir.
Now, you go back to 1950, a lot of people that look like me and you not understand. When they talk about people that don't look like them, they sound like the same people that used to talk about us. I'm going to repeat that. This is 2018. There's people that look like me and you that talk about people that don't look like me and you the same way back in 1950, the way people that didn't look like me and you talked about us. But it's a difference, though. 2018, we don't have no political power over anybody that don't look like us.
Why?
But from 1950
But wait,
to
DJ.
there's always
Wait,
been
but
people
DJ,
that
but
did not
DJ.
look like us
Wait, but
that
DJ.
had political power over us.
But DJ, question
Yeah.
there is when, and that's that key point that you're bringing up that I was speaking on earlier. When we say we do not have any political power, let's question not about the suburbs, but let's question about Detroit, the inner side, the inner circle of Detroit, which is Detroit itself. And let's ask the question, if you have a city that was almost 90% black, why is it that we don't have, from your perspective, political power?
I can answer that.
Please do.
If you are concerned about your car, your house, your job, your front of your house, and the people who you kicking with, if that is all that you are concerned about, the rest of the world is going to keep it moving. You know why? You can go to a lot of different areas outside Detroit, and you will see people do things, whether it's nonprofit, whether it's just cleaning up or enhancing. Okay? But when people in organizations do things for hands up, they step out their comfort zone, take notice of whatever the issue is, and resolve. Here in this 140 square miles, if you're concerned about your house, your car, your job, and me in front of your house, and who you kicking with, right?
So you are
You
saying,
can be looking next door and get kicked out. Got a whole refrigerator full of food and won't give them nothing.
but ask,
Okay.
but you asked the question, or you made the thought in terms of we do not have any power, political power. So you're, from my perspective, you're saying we as a people simply look down our eyes and look at our nose and we don't go any further. And so what we're saying is not, we're talking about where is where is the education for black folk when
There you go.
for
The
this where is
educate the black folks.
let me
and for
finish.
public food.
Hold on. Let me.
I mean,
Hold on,
I'm
DJ.
out.
Hold on. We got one more caller want to join in. You're live on the Talk Beat Jones. Want to get you in real quick. You're live.
Okay, quickly, I just wanted to say when Black Power shows up, white power has a way, racist way to act to attack. The Black Panthers was one of the groups that did so much and tried to implicate so much for the community, but they were destroyed through racial acts that attack. So, you know, even though when you do find black people or black organizations that's trying to infiltrate and do the right thing, you have white infiltrators that use black people to, you know, abuse other people. So we're not only being abused by other races, we're being used tools to abuse our needs as well. So that's my take on why we don't run anything, because the infiltration runs so deep. Thank you for taking my call.
Sylvia, can you hold on one moment, because I'm going to ask this next question, and I want to get your take on it, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Lester, is there anything you want to chime in on?
Yes. Well, DJ 8 Mile is right in a way, because as long as 436 is on the books, we cannot have freedom in choice in our government. And once we get home rule back, I think everything will change. Okay. And I understand what DJ 8 Mile is saying.
Yes. But
he's wrong in his conception of what he's saying. What he is saying is that, you know, we have got Cousin Bubba, who was white, and Cousin Leroy, who was black. Both of them have conspired in a greedy way to control the politics in our city.
Okay.
And is headed by the kingpin, Mike Dugan, who was started by Ad McNamara. And he had laid out a plan to take over Wayne County government, and that was to pay the preachers to keep the people docile. And that's what they've been doing. They following the program, and money, now the money is strong. They depend on this money to pay their rent and their car note and their insurance. So that's the problem we have, DJ Edmar, is greed.
Okay.
It's not color, because we passed for white. We came from the lightest to the darkest. So it's African Americanism is a strong force in them, and we need to exercise that African Americanism. And don't look for color. Look for the content of their heart and their character and what they're saying and how they are living their life.
Well, you know,
Sylvia is one of the, you know, persons that I respect, and she's a great poet, and she understands that black people is more than just a color.
And speaking
it's a feeling.
Speaking of that color situation, and I'm going to move, and I want to ask this question and let everyone answer it for me, please. But when we talk about the color, let us understand that here in America, we have family members who really cannot go to family reunions per se. Why? Because we have family members that are passing for white. And if they were attending the family reunions, then they would be with their cousins and their nieces, nephews, and uncles and aunties, and they say, well, oh, you can't be white. And I state this because the mayor that the Black Panthers finally put up to run for mayor of Oakland, California, Judge Wilson, all of his other brothers and sisters passed for white. He was the only one that was passing for black, which is their family history. But everybody else was passing for white. Now, here's the question, and I'm going to let anyone go back to you. And Sylvia, I'm going to come back to you, DJ. But the trooper, the ex-trooper, declaimed self-defense in the ATV death. Now, the teen that crashed after getting tased on a Detroit street. Former Michigan State Police trooper Mark Bessner is claiming self-defense for firing a taser at an ATV-riding teenager who crashed and died after being hit. In court pleadings filed by his lawyer, Bessner said he saw fit. Check this out. Check this out. They've had time, his lawyers have had time to go through this white boy police state of mind type of creativeness and say this. In court pleadings filed by his lawyers, Bessner said he saw 15-year-old Damon Grimes reach for the vicinity of his waistband as he fled police last August in on the drive near Gratiot Avenue on Detroit's east side. Defendant's Bessner defense is that his actions were those of a reasonable police officer. Check out the wording. Confronting a set of circumstances that caused him to discharge his taser in defense of his own life and innocent bystanders or motorists in the vicinity of Gratiot Avenue. And now, can someone tell me, have you ever ridden a motorcycle or those three-wheelers? Tell me, where is your hand, especially if you're trying to get away, speeding, as he said he was doing? So where is his hands on the handlebars? And how is he going to take his hand? Because to me, I believe that both those controls are on both sides. So how are you going to be able to take your hand and reach? He's a liar. The people who came up and let me let Sylvia talk. Sylvia?
Okay, let me just say this. The color is green, the color is greed, which makes everybody else cattle, sheep, and commodity.
Okay.
We are the majority, but we don't benefit much because they use the masses by putting them into a deep sleep to deceive, to believe how we're being abused, misled, and misfed.
Yes.
So as long as we're walking dead, they will continue to keep us excluded and extracted. The stolen tax monies are being used against the people and their communities through thuggery, robbery, causing dismantling, man-made poverty, murderings, crimes, and austerities in Detroit communities.
Okay.
Yet the downtown authorities and all the corporations and the billionaires, they get corporate welfare, and then if we get welfare, we're talked down about. We useless eaters.
Yes. Yes.
So we have to look at the psychological warfare as well as the chemical warfare that keeps us in this circle of land of the plenty. So what better way to fool the masses but using religions and politics, in which we've been working on
Nice
that
twist.
for how long?
Nice
how
twist.
long, y'all?
That's right. Nice twist. Nice twist, Sylvia. Nice twist.
Thank you.
Okay. And I want to thank you for spending the time with me today, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Love you. Bye-bye now.
Okay.
Big Les.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to come to DJ. But what's your thoughts?
Well, Sylvia's right. I saw this movie called The Mission. It was Robert De Niro. It was set back in the 1600s. He was a soldier. He was a decorated warrior. And he, somehow he got in a drunken stupor and he killed his best friend.
Ooh.
And he was turned to religion. So the powers that be wanted to infiltrate this land, and these natives were so hostile they could not get in because they were, fierce, and they couldn't get in. So they sent him in there. He didn't care if he lived or died, and the natives took a liking to him, and he changed their whole way of living from fierce warriors to religious people. So when they came in and tried to take over the country, they wasn't ready for them. They was too busy praying.
Now, that was good, Les. That was good. I didn't know where you was going with that, but that was good. Hold on for a moment. Let me see. DJ, 8 Mile.
Okay.
Back with you, my brother.
I'm going to give you my stand. First off, Michigan State Police and Detroit Police and my community know who I am, know what I'm about, and know me by sight. They know I stay on the corner house. They know I don't allow no transactions on the side of my house. So, all the stuff that's going on in the city, like we residents don't want to really talk about all the stuff going on in the city. So I had to put that out there first. But now I'm about to make an objective comment. When that young man got tagged, ever since I was a kid, you have this issue that when the police confront you, you must comply to their wishes whether you want to or not, whether they're legal or not. And if you don't, you can get shot. Now that's what that was about. And when that police officer, the police officer asked him to stop or asked him to comply, and he didn't, it went to the next level. That's all that is. Now,
However, wait, DJ, hold up. DJ, hold up.
Okay.
There, according to the Michigan State Police, there is rules in terms of the next level. So, as we are taught in our household, one wrong don't make it right to do another wrong. That officer and the other officers, if you listen to the comments that were made, and that officer and two or three other officers were suspended because there's a protocol to how you're supposed to deal with the citizens. Yes, the young man was wrong.
He just shouldn't have died.
Wait, I'm saying, yeah, he was wrong, but look at where our society, we have to look at where our society is now. We got all of these folks that try to get pulled over, and what they do, they jump out the car and they try to run. Police confront them, they trying to run. However, on these TV series, let's put it in perspective. On these TV series that show the police apprehending different folks, tell me, why is it that when they're doing a TV series, the police will run and run and run, and other police officers come and they'll run, and you ain't never been able to see them shoot nobody?
Because that reinforced the mindset that everybody.
No, they know that that's a TV.
comply.
That's a TV show, and they know that everything they're doing is being shown, and they want to show you, oh, if they get out and run, I'm gonna run after them, and after I tap. That's what they show you, and young folks see that and say, well, I'm going to run too. I'm going to run and see if I can't hide. So it's a mixed message for what they're showing us on TV about how the police deals with the community folks and what is real, and that's why I agree with you, but I got to move and let Mr. Big Les have the last word because we're on our last 2 minutes, and I love you, brother, and I appreciate all the
show.
folks. Thank
you are.
All right, I'll be back next Sunday for sure, okay?
Okay, I got you.
All right, thanks now. Les, you got the last closing words.
All right. I watch some of those same shows you watch, Billy Jones. Sometimes they run after them, and sometimes they shoot them.
Oh, did they? I know.
And that's the reality of it. It depends on the police officer who is at that crime scene. Okay?
Okay.
And that's what we got to work on. In the 21st century, policing has got to be a lot different than it is now. We just can't go around shooting and attacking American citizens or beating them up when they know they have a mental problem in our system. We got to train our police officers to be more humane. And this is not pulling the trigger, pulling the gun out, especially when it comes to the culture of black people, black-skinned Americans. This is wrong. And to me, to be silent when the black officers can change this, all they got to do is stand up. And
let me do this real quick and let you finish. Let me say this and let you finish. Hold on, Les. Hold on, Les. Hold on, Les. I'm going to let you finish. Take the last minute, but I want to say this. We talk about the black officers. All they have to do is stand up. However, that blue code, that means that if you stand up, per se, against your fellow officer, then the blue code says that the rest of the officers will not respond to you when you have a stop or you have a pursuit or you have a situation. You're basically out there on your own. So that's the decision that these black officers have to make. Do I do what's right? Or I'm in a highly dangerous situation, and if they won't back me up, then I have basically signed a death warrant. You go ahead and got 30 seconds. 30 seconds?
Yeah. Okay.
30 seconds, Les.
Billy, it's like this. Every man got to make his own decision. I had a decision to make when I was in law enforcement to testify about with the officers. When I got back to the facility, I got the silent treatment from a lot of the other officers. and it could have been dangerous. If I was in a situation, I don't know, because I didn't stay there long enough to be in a situation to have them make that decision to save me or not.
Because
But
of my
believe
time,
me,
because of my time
I was
constraint,
working
Les.
in a women's facility.
Wait, okay,
If a woman
wait.
take me down,
Les.
she got to be
Okay.
real.
Les, I'm sorry, but my time, you're still there, but my
Brother.
time is out. I got to let you go. But again, you're testifying the fact that as an officer, when you do the right thing that may be exposing other officers or situations, your ability to be backed up by your fellow officers has diminished. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Thank you, sir. Got to let you go. Family, you want that liquid biocell? You want your health? Call me, 313-412-3111. I am Billy E. Jones, Dr. Talk. This has been a wonderful time. Hope to see you more this week. Love you. And thank you, Mr. Henry Tyler, Executive Vice President, General Manager, trainer of all of us. We love y'all. Bye now. You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones. And this is the Talk Beat Jones. This is the Talk Beat Jones.